Inspiring You Show. If we haven't met, I'm Henry. All right, friends, it is a new year. Welcome 2025 and welcome January. And this, my friends, is the January 2025 energy forecast, all about rapid release, renewal, and illuminating your inner brilliance. So, my friends, welcome to the first energy forecast of 2025. Y'all, January is bringing its own distinct energy, and this year's headline is A January Like No Other. This isn't hyperbole, it is a gentle acknowledgement that the energy of this month may feel unusually dynamic and also transformative, and also a little bit like, what is going on here? That's right. Just acknowledging it. Traditionally, January can feel disorienting or heavy for many. It's a time when the sparkle of the holidays has faded, leaving room for reflection and possibly the weight of New Year resolutions. However, this year's energy is marked by a significant shift, one that may pull you away from familiar patterns and past traditions. So if this January feels off or slightly, unexpected, know that it's not unfavorable, but it's an invitation to embrace change with openness and agility. And also, you're not alone in thinking, what is going on here? So, this is really inviting us to approach this month with curiosity and receptiveness. While the past few years have brought their share of unpredictability, this January stands out, not as a harbinger of chaos, but as an invitation to step into the unfamiliar with more grace. If the energy, and it does not mean though there is not going to be any kind of chaos happening, because there may be some chaos happening, but that is really what's inviting us into. Whether or not we choose because we have free will, that's a whole nother thing. So if the energy feels different, embrace it as a sign of transformation rather than resistance. Again, January often brings its own rhythm, which can feel both grounding and unsettling. Many people find themselves navigating a quieter energy after the festive holiday season, coupled with the societal focus on resolutions and new beginnings. So this year, however, the energy asks us to rethink these traditions and tune in to a deeper alignment with our inner light truths. If January feels like uncharted territory, it's because, my friends, it is. So we're going to be diving into themes shaping this month to navigate it with more clarity and flow. So once again, the energy of January coming into 2025 is bringing an undeniable aspect of intensity, but that doesn't mean that it's really chaotic. It just means that it's different per se. So in the final days of December, just before the new moon, the vibrational shift was palpable. Last month, the energy color of the month was this deep inky black color. So it was a deep inky black of December's energy gave way. And so the new color of the energy vibration of this month is a glowing soft orange, which an interesting thing is last month when I created the Canva graphic for the energy forecast, I was compelled to put in this soft glowing orange. And then when I went to, and I had forgotten about it. And then when I went to go, meditate, I kept seeing soft glowing orange for the color vibration of this month. And then when I went to go do the graphic card, I was like, oh my God, I already have it in there from December. I just need to swap the colors. So my point is that your intuition is always supporting you, whether or not you're recognizing really in the time, or it could be a month later when you're like, oh my God, oh wow, I was already getting the information way back then. Just amazing. So we went from a deepy inky black of December's energy giving way to a glowing soft orange. So this energy carries a sharpness, sharp, penetrating, and undeniable transformative. It's not a cozy warmth, but a call to awaken, with sometimes a chill that cuts through stagnation to reveal clarity. Because remember, we are on the transformation train right now, where these last couple of months have all been supportive together. So you'll see some of the themes that are carried over from December that seem familiar since November. But with that though, every month's energy field does bring waves of information that interface with your own energy system. And these waves don't dictate your experience. Instead, they can create a dynamic exchange of energy and wisdom. You are not a passive recipient. You are an active participant in this cosmic dialogue with the power to choose your responses. You have free will. So this month, the energy calls you to move beyond reactivity, beyond the stories of limitation and disempowerment. It asks you to engage consciously with your life, to reflect deeply, and to take full responsibility for your energy, your thoughts, your words, and actions. So we're really moving from that reaction to really more that intentional living. So this month challenges you to move beyond habitual reactions, step into intentional, inspiring living. It's easy to fall back on phrases like, oh, this is just the way it is, or this is just the way I am, or there's nothing I can do about it. Y'all, is that really true as an empowered co-creator? And January's energy is urging us more. It's asking for reflection, accountability, and an honest inventory and engagement with your choices and their consequences. So here are some questions to reflect on. Take time each day to reflect on how you've lived during the past day or so. Have I lived with more mindfulness, compassion, loving kindness, more presence, more engagement in my presence? How has your energy contributed to harmony in the world? Has it? What does taking responsibility for your life mean to you? The orange vibration encourages each of us to examine our habits and stories. It's a call to shift from unconscious patterns to intentional, inspiring, active living, where every choice adds to the harmony, balance, and wonder of the collective for your also individual experience. Remember, that every month's energy field, again, even those that seem challenging, contain wisdom information, moving in waves that interface, connect with, and permeate every part of your own human energy field. And in doing so, then that cosmic energy exchange information. So in doing so, you and the cosmic energy exchange information. And that is really key. You are not a victim to the cosmic energy that you live within. You are a dynamic energy field exchanging information and informing other energy fields. You are an empowered co-creator with the universe. You have a choice in every situation, every moment. And this month is going to ask you to engage in making inspiring active choices again and again and again. So remember that. And I'm just going to say this in a different way, because this is really important. Every month's energy field, every day, the cosmic energies coming in, carries a unique imprint, offering waves of information that interface directly with your human energy field. These waves don't dictate your experience. Instead, they create a dynamic exchange of energy and wisdom. And that is the key. Because you're an empowered co-creator. You're not a passive recipient of cosmic energy, but an active participant in its exchange. You have free will. You're an active participant in this cosmic dialogue with the power to choose your responses. You are a dynamic energy field co-creating with the universe, and each moment invites conscious choices to shape your reality. Okay, so with that then, let's look at the physical effects of this month. You may notice this month's energy affecting your circulatory system and nervous system. Feelings of stagnation, congestion. Hello, y'all. I'm clearing a lot of congestion, as you can see. If you've noticed, my voice seems a little bit different than previous times. That's right. That's right. So huge, which we'll talk about the body upgrade as well. There's a huge body upgrade too that's available. And y'all, I've been on it from the week prior, where my body's clearing for this upgrade to happen. And so there could be feelings of stagnation, congestion, or tension are coming up as the intensity of the energy squeezes your system. So you want to make sure to use your tools. Mental focus. With the nervous system under pressure, nurturing yourself becomes really important and paramount. Consider what nourishes you the most right now. How can you deepen the nourishment? For some, this may mean carving out solitude time to reflect, dream, or rest. For others, it may involve surrounding yourself with soul aligned friends who uplift and inspire you, or going someplace that brings you joy, or going for a nature walk. Whatever it is, my friends, wrap yourself in life affirming stories and supportive relationships like this incredible, just light cloak you can return to throughout the year. Something that's going to bring you inspiration again and again. This warm glow. This is the time to hold fast, rest deeply, and really gather your inner strength and replenish, my friends. So let yourself do that. Okay, so as I mentioned already, many of the themes are from the energy of 2024 and will continue with us for a while yet. So, it's all about then for January, embracing January's energy with grace. With grace, my friends. This January isn't asking for rigid goals or resolutions. Instead, it's an opportunity to align with the energy of intentional flow. Listen deeply to what feels true for you and let the old energies continue to fall away. By staying open and adaptable, you'll find the path forward illuminated in surprising and incredible ways, my friends. As you navigate this month, consider moments of mindfulness, energy work, grounding practices, and reflection as your tools for integration. January's energies may feel extraordinary, but they're here to support your continued growth and alignment with your higher self soul. So let's really welcome in the beginning with open hearts and minds, ready to embrace all the transformations it brings. So, with that, my friends, hold on one second. Hold on one second, my friends. Okay, I'm back. Um, okay, so my friends, with that, let's explore the key themes for January 2025, offering guidance to help you navigate this unique month with clarity and grace. I also just want to have a moment and just give gratitude. Y'all, I got new headphones and I'm so grateful for them. I don't know, it's, I used it this weekend too. So this is maybe like my sixth time using them. And I'm so grateful because my other ones were kind of squeaking and these are so quiet. I'm like so grateful for them. And I'm so grateful that it was one of those moments where I was like in a meditation and I kept seeing that I needed to get new headphones. And you know how sometimes you'll see something and you're like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. And right after that meditation, I was so inspired that I just went on and ordered them, and I'm so grateful for that. So I just had to have a moment of just gratitude because it is just so incredibly just quiet and I don't hear the squeaking and I'm just so grateful. So grateful. All right. So let us dig into the themes, my friends, the themes. And if you are somebody who's highly sensitive to noise or an empath, you might know what I'm talking about as well, which is why that I'm just super grateful, which kind of goes into the first theme. The first theme is depth of stillness. Stillness may feel like stagnation, or the weight of insurmountable challenges, but the stillness of this month is a profound space to recalibrate. Sometimes you know it seems too we can be really nervous about going into stillness or going. I always look at it as beyond the surface, where you're really diving into the vastness of the place, of the depth of stillness, which is really where the riches are. So the stillness of this month is just a profound space to recalibrate. And it might feel sometimes scary or like stagnation or even being paralyzed in a situation, but you're actually moving into the vastness of the depth of the stillness. And within the stillness, that's where the potential for deep clarity lies. And so then you want to use the time to explore the inner landscape, uncovering hidden truths and realign with your core values and your core values where you are now, in really checking in with your higher self soul and seeing what's being called to you. So that's the first theme. The second theme is rest and replenish. Rest and replenish, my friends. So this is a time to hold steady, rest deeply, and gather inner strength. It is a time for restoration and replenishment, whether through physical rest, quiet reflection, or nourishing connections. Prioritizing practices that replenish your inner reserves. So practice prioritizing things that replenish your inner reserves. Think of this as a gathering the strength you'll draw upon throughout the year. So you'll have this as a reservoir that you can come to throughout the year. So then the next theme 3, is the quickening of release. And so we are in, and I've spoken about this before, this is really a carryover from last year. There's just an acceleration going on in regarding to releasing and renewing. So there is a quickening of release, and so rapid release and renewal. And we have been shedding outdated layers, be it old patterns, beliefs, or even physical challenges at a remarkable pace. Between September and December 2024, many of us experienced significant shifts, letting go of what no longer served us, what no longer supported us. This process wasn't always gentle or even easy. For some, it may have arrived at a dramatic upheaval or deep emotional purging. So if you've been doing this inner work, January might actually feel like a period of stabilization, a moment to catch your breath and ground into your new reality. However, for others, the release may just now be coming into focus, asking for your willingness and to embrace change. Because remember, so all these themes that we do, maybe you can resonate to a few of them, maybe you resonate to all of them. But also know too, sometimes everyone is at different places too in regarding to their own space of evolution and consciousness, depending on, where they are, what they're doing, and what they're called for. So, you might be in a period of stabilization. Someone else now might be in a period of release. So others, the release may just be coming into focus, asking for your willingness and to embrace change. But we are releasing the past with velocity in a rapid release. This swift clearing of old energies reflects in 2 ways. 1, internal transformation. You've grown, evolved, and begun aligning with your higher self soul, your multidimensional soul. This inner change creates ripples into your external life as the world responds to your energetic upgrades. External triggers for growth, unexpected shifts, relationships ending, opportunities arising, or significant life changes propel you toward deep self-awareness and evolution. It's interesting, many, many years ago when my guides really were talking about career transitioning for me from television and really steadily going into energy work and a daily focused, private practice, and then eventually, doing a podcast about it. I was like, okay. And now I really understand why, because we're at such a rapid pace of releasing, which means then the energy needs to be transformed and transmuted. And so we all had to really claim being energy alchemists, which we are, but really stepping into it. Okay, so the conclusion of 2024 brought many of us face to face with vital questions. Who am I becoming? What is my role in this rapidly changing world? As we step into January, the focus turns to rebuilding. This month invites you to nurture fertile ground for new intentions, creations, and ways of being. So take time to reflect and do intention work. And what are you being called to create and new ways of being? So that is that theme. And I just also want to add, even though my voice sounds like this, y'all, I actually feel like, I feel really good. And so it's just that last ending of, so I actually feel really, really good and feel really energized. So just wanted to add that. Um, Okay, theme number 4, navigating activation and awareness. So, with the quickening of release, like with the rapid release, there can be a heightened nervous system activation that may arise, pulling you into fight, flight, freeze patterns. It could also be generational trauma, it could be past life stuff coming up. So, this energy invites you then to practice conscious regulation. Whatever you do, mindfulness, grounding exercises, breath work, energy work, somatic exercises, awareness of your triggers and reactivity will empower you to move from survival mode to intentional response. Because remember, we are clearing out also old earth, patriarchy, survival, moving into thriving, moving into new earth. So use your tools to support your human. Okay, theme number 5, grounding in new foundations, which really is like finding balance in this new energy. For many, the tail end of 2024 demanded deep introspection and significant release, and we still are, moving in to that still. So, but now January offers a chance to stabilize and ground into the new energetic foundation you've been building. So for those who have been clearing and releasing, you are now offering this new space of stabilization and grounding in the new energetic foundation. So if you are just releasing, this may not apply to you, just to let you know. But it could, because we are in a rapid release. So you could be releasing and then 2 days later be in this theme, which is the beauty of being multidimensional, right, friends? So again, January offers a chance to stabilize and ground into new energetic foundation that you've been building. While the pace of change may have felt overwhelming in recent months, this is a time to pause, breathe, anchor yourself in your evolved state. Stabilization doesn't mean everything will feel calm or settled immediately. It is a process of adjusting to the shifts you've undergone and finding a sense of balance within them. Be gentle with yourself as you navigate this period. Grounding practices, mindfulness, energy work, self-care will be essential tools to support your integration. This theme also highlights the importance of patience, compassion, love, and kindness. As you adjust internally, the external world may take time to align with your new vibration. Trust the process and allow the unfolding to occur in divine timing. Okay, theme 6. Welcome fresh beginnings, really cultivating lightness in the new. While January often symbolizes fresh starts, this year you may feel this renewal more deeply than ever. Traditionally, January has been a slow build, carrying over residual energies from the previous year. This time, the month begins with an undeniable momentum, much more fast paced, a spark of acceleration, drawing many of you possibly into transformation and the co creation of your new reality. When significant changes occur, it's natural to feel unbalanced or untethered. You may notice the familiar routines or relationships no longer fulfill you, leaving you in a liminal space, not quite your old self, but not fully formed in your new expression. A liminal space refers to a transitional or in between state. It's often described as a period of transformation where one is no longer in their previous state, but hasn't fully entered a new one. So if this resonates, trust that January marks the turning point toward clarity and inspiring action. It's vital to approach this period with patience, loving kindness, and compassion. After a significant release, whether of desires, people, or routines, there is no need to rush into filling voids. Allow time for exploration and alignment with what genuinely resonates. When something new feels aligned and energizing, proceed with gentle curiosity rather than immediate commitment. Y'all, slow your roll. Put your toe in and see. Do you like the temperature of it? Do you like the feel? Don't be rushing in. This is especially important because we're still in a global phase of transition and transformation. Overcommitting too soon may lead to unnecessary undoing later on. Consider why you might feel the urge to solidify your life so quickly. A deeper spiritual truth reminds us that impermanence is natural. Adaptability is the key to peace and balance. While order and structure can feel comforting, remember also there's a beneficial aspect sometimes of chaos that brings its own wisdom. It teaches resilience and invites growth. Security isn't something external to chase. Rather, it's cultivated within through an embrace of life's fluidity and evolution. So as you explore fresh beginnings, focus on authentic yes decisions. Be discerning with long-term agreements. Short-term explorations often provide clarity without the weight of permanence. This is a season for experimentation, a time to embody the lightness of discovery without pressure or haste. Immerse yourself in this fluidity, embracing new opportunities with an open heart and a playful spirit. The lightness you cultivate now is not only appropriate, but necessary for your continued transformation. Okay, so the next theme goes along with, this clearing and the releasing that we've been doing, which is alchemizing grief into transformation. There's a wisdom in all the emotions, but there's also a wisdom in grief. So turning loss into growth. And I say that with so much love and kindness and compassion and mindfulness. I've had several times in my own life that I've gone through loss and grief where I've said goodbye to loved ones. One of my best friends from college when we were in our early 40s. And, my dad back in 2020. So, but there's so much wisdom. You want to let yourself process loss and grief. And then there's a time to then alchemize it into transformation. So if life's twists and turns have left you feeling disoriented, or if grief has taken up residence in your heart, take solace. A profound transformation is unfolding. Many have navigated waves of grief through November and December, and now the energy shifts, offering a chance to see life through a fresh lens. As wise teachers have often shared, grief is a powerful transformer. It pulls you into the depths, immersing you in heavy waves that can feel at times relentless. Yet grief's purpose is clear: transformation. We emerge changed, shaped by our experiences, losses, and the parts of ourselves we've left behind. Through the memories and pain, though the memories and pain may linger, they become the foundation of a new understanding of ourselves. For those navigating confusion or mourning, know that you're stepping into a space of profound renewal. This transition involves releasing outdated ways of being and embracing new perspectives. Even in the face of great loss or irreplaceable loss, the qualities and lessons left behind by what we've lost begins to integrate into our own being, subtly transforming how we see and feel the world. While external aspects of life might begin to shift, the most significant transformation happens within. Letting go of long-held patterns, habits, or relationships can be challenging, but the emotional releases paves way for the authentic growth and liberation. Though the process may feel daunting, the outcome will be worth the emotional upheaval. And so, my friends, take heart, lean into compassion, love and kindness and care for your human if you're moving through this. This January, many will feel a resurgence of energy, especially if stagnation has lingered. This renewed momentum will inspire meaningful changes, creating ripples that lead to long-term positive outcomes. While navigating these shifts may feel intense at first, your inner strength will return, empowering you to move forward with purpose and clarity. This is your time to honor the transformative power of grief and the wisdom of it, and step into the new with courage and grace. Trust the process and allow the energy to guide you toward the expansive light growth waiting on the other side. So then the next theme 8, is healing the power dynamic of control from patriarchy, transforming the victim violator paradigm on earth. Healing is unfolding on personal and collective levels, transforming old narratives of dominance and submission. Healing is just actively unfolding, both within us and across the collective. For years, many of us talked about, we've explored the complex interplay between these aspects, and also between aspects of even, I'm an intuitive empath, being an intuitive empath and individuals often labeling as like narcissist. While labels can offer clarity, they also risk oversimplifying the nuanced behaviors that arise in different contexts. And power imbalances in relationships often reflect shared wounds, with control dynamics revealing insecurities and unhealed pain on both sides. So, within this, the victim violator narrative is deeply embedded in societal stories and personal experiences. It's an old paradigm ready for transformation. The shift is happening globally and within individuals, calling us to release these roles and patterns that are just not supporting our growth and that are keeping us locked into old earth and also locked into the patriarchy. It's an old paradigm. You may find yourself reflecting on past experiences, seeking understanding, making amends, or processing moments of powerlessness to acclimatize them into strength, wisdom. It's vital to recognize that neither the role of victim nor violator is fixed or permanent. These are often roles we unconsciously adopt or are assigned with certain dynamics. True healing lies. Hold on a minute. Hold on one sec. Sorry about that, y'all. There was, I don't know if you heard it, but there was a alert going off on my phone, and I needed just to make sure to see what was going on, because sometimes we get in California, sometimes we get earthquake alerts. And so I wanted to see if that was happening. And then also, although I didn't feel, usually I didn't feel like the earth was about to move. But anyway, and then I just want to take a moment to acknowledge and just send Reiki to the alert and whatever needs to happen to support a beneficial experience in terms of for the people for the highest good. Thank you. All right. There we go. Okay. So, all right. So my friends, in terms of this, You know, again, true healing lies in reclaiming our sense of soul, essence, and self. So often the roles we unconsciously adopt or assigned within certain time, they are not fixed or permanent. True healing lies in reclaiming our sense of self or soul essence. There's been many times in my life where I didn't feel like, you know, I didn't want to take on a title or a label, but I know sometimes it's easier for people to understand than like, oh, okay. But it can sometimes feel constrained because you're multidimensional. And also, at times I felt like when I've been labeled, I've been then stuck in a box and I can't get unboxed, if you will. And people just keep you in that space. And that might have been from the past, not from the present or the future. And they may not be able to meet you in this present moment because you've been boxed in. So letting yourself be unboxed from these labels and these roles. And so if you are in a space though of feeling victimized, giving yourself the time and the care needed to focus on healing and recovery, bringing in that compassion and love and kindness. And as you nurture this process, clarity will emerge, allowing you to see the full spectrum of your experiences. And when you're ready to come to completion and move toward transformation, it doesn't mean that you're going to forget the experience. It just means oftentimes that the pain can be complete and you can shift into peace. And again, it doesn't mean that you're going to forget. It just is you're allowing the energy to be transformed and transmuted. And the other thing you have to check in to see if you're getting caught in victim consciousness, because maybe you're not even an actual victim, but then you're always wanting to portray yourself as a victim and blaming everything else. And so you're caught in victim consciousness. Victim consciousness, or even violator consciousness, where you're constantly blaming yourself for something, or if you're in non-beneficial patterns and programs of either or a violator constantly violating, and you're stuck in this mode of operation that doesn't feel good. You are an energy alchemist. You're here to transform and transmute, but it's about using the tools to do so. And this old paradigm of victim violator is also used as a mechanism of control, but it's evolving. We are shifting into unity consciousness, shifting into new earth, shifting into that 5D experience and beyond. We are clearing more of the patriarchy, shifting into unity. So that old mechanism of control is evolving. Leaders, both traditional and those who lead through example, more and more are paving the way for more empowered and balanced ways of being. It's a profound journey, both to witness and engage with. Healing is underway, but it doesn't mean that, poof, it's all happening at once. Y'all, just think about when you're you recognize like a habit is no longer beneficial and you're like, okay, and you're in a struggle with it. Sometimes they can be on the struggle bus with it, or some things can emerge as something is being cleared. So that's kind of where we are. But healing is underway. As we transform the victim violator paradigm, we open the door to rediscovering our authentic power, reclaiming our sovereignty, and reconnecting with the pure essence of our soul. Because your multidimensional soul is not living the earthly victim violator role. No, it's like in the upper echelon, 5D or higher, living in that higher light. It's not caught in these earthly, dense separation energies. It's not in the victim violator or the patriarchy. It's living in a high vibrational light energy. This is a human experience that can be transformed and transmuted. In support, then allowing yourself to be embodied by your higher self soul, allowing that light to come in. But that's where using the tools come in. Okay, so then the next theme goes along with this, cultivating hope. Because sometimes when you're trying to clear something or release something, it can get on that struggle bus. It can be challenging. So cultivating hope. And by the way, you may have heard me before talk about one of my first power positive words, intention words, kind of like the theme of the year, was the word hope. I've always been somebody who's been extremely optimistic, but there was a time in my life when I was going through work PTSD where my optimism disappeared and I was in hopelessness. Woo! That was a tough time. That was a real bleak time. Very dark. Not having optimism and hope. Oh, that was tough. So one of my first power positive words was hope. So this next theme 9 is cultivating hope. January introduces a theme that will weave through the entire year. Hope as a revolutionary light act. Hope becomes a guiding light, a vital energy to nurture and sustain. Cultivate your hope. The collective energy of separation, fear, and conflict has dampened hope in the world. Many have forgotten its profound essence, its profound light essence. Hope for love, hope for peace on the planet and one another. This year, nurture your hope intentionally and deliberately. Let it become a living, breathing part of you. Let that be one of your energy theme words of the year. Hope, cultivating hope. Hope generates more hope. And we nurture it individually and we regenerate it collectively. It expands collectively. Together, we can become light guardians of hope, reigniting its light for ourselves and the world. That's really what I feel like I am when I talk about how I'm like a cheerleader for humanity. I really feel like I'm a light guardian of hope. Even though I had that dark time, when I reconnected to hope and optimism, I was like, whew, yeah. So be a light guardian of hope, reigniting its light for ourselves and the world. Hope is not a passive wish, but an active energy to cultivate. So this month, focus on tending your hope like a sacred fire. What inspires hope within you? How can you share this hope with others? As you nurture hope, it becomes a beacon for those around you, creating ripples of renewal and possibility. Together, our shared hope becomes a powerful force of transformation. And then it goes into the next theme 10, envisioning and creating your future. It's hard to envision your create future when you don't have much optimism or hope. So aligning with the future you desire by adopting a growth forward focused mindset. And that doesn't mean you're not living in the present. You can be living in the present and have a growth forward focused mindset. By adopting a growth forward focused mindset, you ignite the journey of transformation. It is perfectly okay if you change your mind or direction along the way. Transformation begins the moment you start crafting your desired future. In the Inspiring You Patreon Meditate with Me, we just did the intention setting and goal setting whole weekend online. That whole weekend, everybody who participated, they were crafting their desired future. They were taking steps to create momentum. So taking that first step creates momentum, even if it means realizing I need to adjust course. These realizations are essential parts of the journey of discovery. These realizations are essential parts of the journey of discovery. For instance, you might feel a need to pivot slightly or make a decision like, I can no longer commit to this plan as I initially thought. Such decisions arise naturally as you gain clarity through inspiring action. January invites adaptability and openness. While it's empowering time to focus on what you wish to create, resist the urge to lock yourself into long-term goals and commitments just yet. You can do long-term goals. But I meant to say long-term commitments just yet. There is a difference between the commitments and the goals. So resist the urge to lock yourself into long-term commitments yet. Flexibility allows the energies of transformation to guide you toward alignment. Even small actions like jotting down your aspirations for the year carry immense power. Whether your goals involve cultivating inner peace, building a meaningful project, or creating something that benefits your community or the world, every intention sparks energetic alignment. This month serves as a launch pad for your dreams, turning aspirations into tangible beginnings. We live in a physical world, my friends. At some point, the dreams have to become goals to then be brought into the physical world. Otherwise, they just remain intentions and dreams. So take a moment to pause and reflect. If you're feeling low on energy or need to rest, honor that. Embrace the hibernation mode and trust that this period of stillness is a vital part of your process, which is also one of the energy themes that we talked about earlier. Sometimes simply casting a glance toward what you hope to manifest is enough to set the wheels of transformation in motion. True creation doesn't require a rigid roadmap. You know, I am someone as a former television producer, I can craft a roadmap. Like I can craft a production schedule like no other. But I would craft a production schedule, really envisioning the day and anything that we possibly need. And then essentially it would be embedded. I would throw out and I would just go with the flow. So I would be prepared for the day. But then if something else came in, I was open to that flow. It's a co-creative dance with the universe, a dynamic process that evolves as you engage with it. By staying open to possibilities, the energy of creation will guide you, offering new perspectives and reshaping your path as you move forward. And that's what I saw on television time and time again, where you just open up to the creation where, oh, wait, this isn't where we thought we were going to be heading when we did pre-production, but wow, this is amazing. Are you going to just stay stuck to the past of what you did in the pre-production? Or are you going to allow yourself on the new road that's opening up, reshaping your path as you move forward? That's going to be the greater content. I got to tell you, television taught me so many things about the application of the energy from the universe. So many times, again and again. One of my greatest teachers. Who would have thunk, right? But of course, the guides understood that when they told my young self when I was 5 years old and I got the information, the knowingness. Perfect training ground, at least for me. So if you're feeling uncertain or stuck, start small. Don't overwhelm the human. Grab a pen and paper, jot down your dreams and aspirations. If you're in the Inspiring You paid Patreon, head over there. There's a whole packet that I put together. Y'all, I think it's like 138 pages. You don't have to do it all at once. It's for the whole year. Remember, I did producing for over 20 years. So go head over there. Go check it out. If you want to become a paid Patreon member, please do. There's all kinds of levels. The lowest level is like $5, which you'll get access to that, to what I'm talking about, to that PDF. So this simple act of naming your creations can reignite your sense of agency, empowering you to take charge of your life's direction in co-creation with the universe. Every step forward, no matter how small, carries you closer and in alignment with the life that is calling in your heart to create. Okay, theme number 11, elevating your physical body. Y'all, that's what's happening to me right now. My body's being elevated. Elevating your physical vessel. Okay, so are you choosing to upgrade your physical body, accepting the upgrades, or are you being nudged in that direction and not accepting? What's going on? So the journey of the physical body transformation is integral to both the awakening and spiritual processes, and it's surfacing more prominently now than ever. The journey of the physical body upgrades is part of this awakening and spiritual processes. It's interesting that it's also emerging really prominently now. So you may find yourself developing a deeper, more compassionate relationship with your body, perhaps showing its kindness and care in ways you hadn't before. Heightened awareness around physical sensitivities is common, whether it's related to digestion, skin reactions, or energy levels. This could be your body calling for an elevation in its vibration. These shifts often come with a need for balance and patience. Some may actively choose this path through dietary changes or wellness routines, while others may experience physical upgrades through challenges or heightened awareness. Either way, the journey asks for mindfulness and self-compassion. One of the important questions to ask yourself is, how can I love and support my body more deeply? Y'all, this whole past week, in me having a chest cold, I've been in this where I'm just recognizing, like, God, the body's so amazing that it just does all these functions. And I feel like I don't know, I feel like I physically just got embedded and embodied even more deeper. And I can't even explain it. It's just really amazing. And I just feel like I have so much more gratitude and love for my body even more. I don't know. I had a huge shift where I just feel much more physically embedded and embodied in regard to my higher self soul in a whole nother way. I can't even describe it yet. I'm still processing. But anyway, so the question is, how can I love and support my body more deeply? Our bodies are intuitive and will often communicate their needs clearly if we take the time to listen. Before making a decision, be it dietary or lifestyle related, pause and tune into your body's wisdom. Habit-driven choices can often overshadow intuitive ones, but a moment of reflection can guide you toward what truly energizes and uplifts you. So, as awareness of these physical shifts increases, you may notice transformation not only how you feel, but also how you approach your self-care and well-being. Embrace this opportunity to elevate your physical vessel as you're part of your spiritual journey. Each small choice you make toward alignment and nourishment contributes to your overall vibration and well-being. This is not about perfection, but about cultivating a harmonious relationship with your body, a vessel that supports your growth and expansion. Trust in the process, honor the signals your body gives you, and allow these upgrades to unfold in their own times. And also with this, then letting yourself receive any downloads, updates, activations, codes that are beneficial from the universe if you wish to receive the cosmic energies. And also know then, with that then, at time, it takes the body to integrate them as well. So give your body that time to be able to integrate them in this process as you're elevating your physical body and choosing. And if you're denying upgrades to your physical body, check in to see why you're denying the upgrades. And if you're being nudged, but you're not listening to your intuition. You just want to see if there's any sabotage or if there's anything going on that's blocking you from receiving what's really for your highest good. If there's any fear or anxiety about that, check in to see. Okay, the next theme. Theme 12, honoring vibrations and energetic awareness. And so with this, your vibration is not static. And it kind of goes along with the last theme about whether or not you're accepting upgrades for your physical body. Your vibration is not static. It shifts moment by moment. I can't tell you how many times I'll have people reach out to me as, I don't understand. I felt so great yesterday or the week before. What is happening? Y'all, energy shifts constantly. Your vibration is not static. Your job is to be a caretaker of your energy. That's where mindfulness and self-realization comes in, to catch yourself and be like, wait, what's going on here? Has a shift happened? And not be, because the more that you're caught in autopilot, then you might not even notice the subtlety of you shifting, which then you might shift low, 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 and then all of a sudden it doesn't feel good. So that's where then using the tools daily really helps. Doing energy work, meditation, mindfulness meditation, to really notice that subtle. So your vibration is not static. It shifts moment by moment. At times, you may feel joyful and expansive, while at other times, you might feel withdrawn or low. Imagine meeting a friend for, I don't know, brunch while feeling down, but their uplifting energy raises your spirits and soon you're laughing and enjoying yourself. Alternatively, the other person is feeling really low and you're radiating positivity, then your radiating positivity might help then unintentionally their heaviness leaving. Or it could be if one of you is feeling really low in energy and the other person is radiating positivity, but the other person isn't really grounded and aligned in their positivity, but they're more getting caught in the external, then what could happen is then one person's heaviness might unintentionally bring the other person down, leaving them drained. But it's not the fault of the person who's in heaviness. It's just we are in an experience where you can co-regulate. What you have to learn is if somebody is in a low vibration experience, how to station yourself more grounded in a high vibrational experience and not get affected because you're an energy alchemist, and not feel like you're becoming a victim of somebody else's where they are. You know how people say like, oh, that person's an energy vampire. Well, you could be an energy vampire at times too. But that's where you have to let go of victim violator aspects. And also just learn how to station yourself more directly in a groundedness and alignment of a higher vibrational experience. So that way then you're not shifting downward and getting drained. And if you do shift downward and get drained, you're an energy alchemist. As soon as you realize, ask to clear and shift upward and get replenished again. You're an energy alchemist. Honoring vibrations, energetic awareness. Learning how your energy field works. Learning how you are an energy alchemist. Learning the tools of the trade. Because the interplay of energy underscores the importance of being mindful of your own vibration and how it affects others, and vice versa. With loved ones or those we care for, we often instinctively seek to uplift and support them, checking in and holding space. Yet now it's essential to extend that same awareness inward, consistently tuning in to our own energy and its fluctuations. So, are you checking in with yourself throughout the day, noticing when your energy feels elevated or depleted? Can be profoundly enlightening. If you've been feeling low for a while, connecting with others might naturally lift your mood and remind you of the power of community in maintaining high vibrations. Also, doing energy work. Equally important is recognizing what keeps your energy open and vibrant and what tends to drain or diminish it. Awareness is the foundation of self-care. Caring for yourself and others requires attunement, and also requires attunement then to understand energy. So, are you observing highs and lows, understanding their origins, and adjusting as needed? Each moment offers an opportunity to recalibrate. Recalibrate has been such a big word in the last couple of months. How many times have you maybe heard me saying it? I feel like that is like definitely the vocabulary word that's coming in from 2024 into 2025. Recalibrate and prioritize your energetic well-being. For many, cultivating this awareness of personal and shared vibrations is developing skill, a new sense to explore and embrace. By tuning into your energy and the energy of those around you, you can create a more balanced and harmonious experience for yourself and others. It's a journey of discovery, one that fosters deeper connections and intentional self-care and a more vibrant way of being. Okay, the next theme, theme 13. Yeah, y'all, there are, how many themes are there? Oh, there's this one and another one. We're almost done. Okay, theme 13, awakening to cosmic and spiritual guidance, heightened connections to spiritual realms. Have you noticed an increase in spiritual cosmic messages lately? Perhaps you felt a deeper connection with loved ones who've passed or heightened awareness of the spiritual veil. Many are finding themselves in closer communication with other realms, and these experiences are becoming more common as our collective consciousness expands. This, in fact, really interesting. I was just listening to a podcast that is really focused on science, like science, science, science. For the last couple episodes of the podcast, he's been talking about like energy, and then also like more things about like he just had somebody on talking about divine and other things regarding divine and like and things like that, like God. And I don't know, it just kind of made me like, oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. One of the energy themes coming into play. I love that. I just love seeing that because again, it just really goes in with like, oh, there it is. How we're an individual experience and a collective experience. It's just so cool. All right, so perhaps you felt a deeper connection with loved ones who have passed on or heightened awareness of spiritual veil. Many are finding themselves in that closer communion with other realms, and experience is becoming more common and our collective consciousness expands. So this heightened awareness is no coincidence. As more of us awake to our innate psychic abilities, we're opening doors to new dimensions of understanding and existence. If you're experiencing these shifts, know they are intentional and meaningful. Rather than navigating them alone, seek support with communities or resources that resonate with your path. Sharing experiences with others on similar journeys can provide invaluable insight and guidance. Also, be open to people who are having different experiences too, because that also can bring a lot of insight too. I love joining new communities that, may seem so different, but then we find commonalities. So those encountering such revelations often see two potential paths: stepping into roles as teachers, advocates, or voices for this emerging awareness or deepening personal exploration without necessarily taking on a public role. Either way, these connections serve a larger purpose and reminding us of our multidimensional nature and the interconnectedness of all existence. So while these cosmic and spiritual messages are often profound, remember that you remain a co-creator on your journey. Approach these experiences as a partnership, interpreting them through your unique lens. You hold the power to decide how they influence your life and growth. If you're new to these experiences, take time to explore and understand them. Research, reflection, and dialogue with others can help illuminate their meaning. I often see sometimes people going on social media and talking about how, like, oh my God, I channeled a word or a message. And because they're not really grounded with it, they haven't really reflected, they haven't really embodied and illuminated the meaning of it. Oof, it can feel so, it just can feel so ungrounded. It can feel so disconnected. And sometimes too, the message is for the person, but they might be proclaiming it for the world and they haven't really embodied it. And so then it's just, taking time to reflect and going beyond the surface with it. Because otherwise, you can feel like a weird helium balloon that's just not grounded. So take time to reflect, research, dialogue, and really allow them to understand and embody and illuminate the meaning. Don't rush in. Don't be in such a rush. Don't be in such a rush. I know that we live in a time where everybody's like, oh my God, I got something to say. Don't be in such a rush to get into that collective cog of just trying to put up another video before you've actually embodied and understand it. As the world collectively embraces these phenomenons, diverse perspectives will enhance our understanding of the spiritual awakening. This is a time to honor your journey while embracing the wonder of cosmic and spiritual connection. Trust the process, remain curious, and know that you are part of an extraordinary shift toward greater awareness and understanding. Okay, this is the final theme. Theme 14, igniting inner brilliance, the spark of January, awakening your star seeds. That's right, y'all. I don't always talk about star seeds, but the guides really brought it in this month. So here we go. Amid January's penetrating stillness lies an extraordinary invitation to connect with the luminous brilliance within you. In every cell, in every space of your being, tiny sparks of light shimmer like star seeds. These star seeds are your life sparks, bridging your body and soul, your life purpose and soul paths, your mundane and magical. When you feel inspired, alive, and vibrant, these star seeds are radiating their light through your entire energy system. When you feel stagnant or disheartened, they remain still glowing, waiting for you to reconnect. So your star seeds, these luminous sparks within, connecting your body and soul, linking your life purpose with your spiritual path. These sparks are vibrant. They light your way forward. And in fact, in my Inspiring You paid Patreon, we are going to be in the Meditate with Me in the all access levels. We are going to be specifically talking about star seeds in terms of different names. But for this, we're just talking about in general. So align with practices and people environments that amplify your inner light. Allowing your inner light brilliance to shine. Allowing these seeds to shine fully. This month, tend to the star seeds. Engage in practices that light you up. that let you download the wisdom from your star seeds. It could be one, it could be many, it could be the cosmic energies. Whether it's creativity, connection, rest, or simply being present with your breath, allow the light brilliance to illuminate your path as you step into 2025 with intention, clarity, and hope. So ignite your inner brilliance, awaken your star seeds, your cosmic ability, your luminous sparks within, your star seeds within. Let them be illuminated and shine forth. So, my friends, this is the conclusion for the January energy forecast. So, January 2025 is a month of profound opportunity and transformation once more. While its energy may feel intense at times, it carries the potential for renewal and hope. Use this time to pause, reflect when needed, reconnect with the light within you, hold steady, rest deeply, and gather your strength for the year ahead. A year brimming with possibility to create, heal, and shine. And with that, my friends, before we go, we're just going to break the links. So say this after me if this resonates with you. I asked to break the links with this mindful chat. I asked to break the Reiki links, leaving only harmony and balance at the ends. I asked to clear any residual energies being held in my body as a result of these links. I ask the light to fill all the void cells, rejuvenates, refreshes, revitalizes for my highest good with ease and grace. And so it is. And so it is, my friends. So it is. So stay inspired, my friends. And if you are in my Inspiring You paid Patreon all access level, as well as the paid podcast, we are going to be doing the energy forecast plus the dowsing energy that goes along with us of the month this upcoming This upcoming Saturday on January 4th at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The link will be going out tomorrow for that. And if you'd like to be a part of it, then you can join either one. I'll put the links in the show notes for any of that. But my friends, with that, until soon, stay inspired. Much, much love and happy